finish hurry up on episode 1. You need to get that stuff posted.
Yeah, that needs to be posted.
All right, and welcome to the Caffeine Podcast, episode number 4.
How's it going, guys?
How's it going? It's been a while. We finally,
a hot minute. Yeah.
the group's finally all back together.
We haven't
I
all
know.
been here
Since week 1.
Week 1, yeah.
Week
Holy
1.
crap! It's been a while.
All right.
Damn, our viewers went from 1 to 2 and then 2 to 1.
Oh my god! Oh
Wow.
wow! I thought it went back up.
This is just absolutely baffling for us. Popularity.
Wait,
All
who
right.
is the one viewer though? Is it like?
And they left too.
You mentioned them. That's
Why
what
did you have
happened.
to say it?
I'm sorry.
Okay. So,
All right,
drink
all
of the
right,
day,
all right.
folks. What do we have?
We've got some good old Red Bull. If we had a camera, I'd be swinging it around like this. But,
Just generic Red Bull. The best Red Bull.
Jaden, what are you drinking today?
I actually have some winter edition. I also have a green edition for later in the show.
That tastes like piss.
We told you.
You didn't tell me until after I bought it. Okay?
If you haven't heard that comment before, well, you probably haven't because we haven't said that about any drink except for that Monster from, what, episode 2? Yeah, episode 2.
Episode with our guest.
Episode with
First
Nicole.
guest.
My man,
That is bad. That is
Nick
very
over-
bad.
Nick over here is
God.
drinking the Tallboy Original Red Bull.
Warm, nonetheless. That's
Yeah,
not even
you know.
cold. It's just warm.
It's been a long
Me, on the
week,
other
okay?
hand, I'm up with Jaden here drinking the Red Bull Winter Edition, their newest drop in the Red Bull lineup.
What about Sprite
Might be
cranberry?
better than Sprite cranberry.
Oh, Lord.
We got our guest here again today. She's a recurring one on the show because she just likes to be here and procrastinate her homework. Katie, what are you drinking today?
The peach edition, which is the best edition out of these options.
The piss edition is not.
Red Bull sponsor us. Just don't send us any piss edition Red Bulls, please.
Honestly.
Now,
Oh
I
my
believe
God, that is
we should
disgusting.
start off with the topic that is weighing most heavily on everyone's mind,
Yes.
and that would be No Nut November.
Oh boy.
The hardest time in any man's life,
I don't
the
think
month of
that-
November.
Now this started probably 4 years ago when everyone started this challenge, and
Yes.
it's been hard on us ever since.
Why did the
Yes.
challenge even start? Like,
Because No Shave November was gay for 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah. Hey, I haven't shaved in 12 years. I'm
not
fine.
shave, but they can very easily. We're not easy. It's plausible for them to not nut.
And
Not
let's
for them
stop
to not
talking
shave.
about children and nuts in the same sentence.
As our viewer comes back, there's some kids and nuts. My God.
So, Nick number 1, how have you survived?
I haven't, boys. It's been a
Considering his
struggle.
girlfriend sitting right next to us, I'm not surprised. Now, Nick 2.0.
It hasn't been easy.
What is that smell?
I'm gonna say it's probably the piss
There's
edition.
no scent.
It hasn't been easy.
Anytime you think of not nutting, just drink a piss edition Red Bull. That'll help you out.
It only makes it worse.
It just it just lowers your testosterone. It makes you a woman. It switches your gender every time you take a sip.
Yeah. Oh,
This-
yeah.
This man's flat top's gonna go to some nice
Long.
flowing curls in a little bit, my guy.
It's going to start with a mullet.
It's all about meditation, keeping yourself preoccupied with something else.
Don't go on Pornhub.
Yeah.
Now,
What?
hey, that is legally allowed.
You
It's
just
allowed,
can't-
but it's just such a bad idea.
It is such a
Okay,
bad
so
idea.
what is if you can go on Pornhub, then what is not allowed? Is it just like
Nutting.
sex?
You're
or,
allowed-
like-
Literally any
Nutting.
kind of nutting.
Okay.
At all.
Literally, you could do everything you want, but you can't nut. If you nut, you're out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you
can't.
would know, wouldn't you?
and I
I hope
have survived.
Get a
to
room.
day 8 so far. To any of those who are part of the No Nut Legion, stay strong.
It's a hard
Any of
one.
you who have failed, I'm right there with you. It's an RIP, but you know what? There's still No Shave November for us older folks out there.
I feel like No Nut November is the actual test of courage, though. Like,
It
it's
is.
not hard to not shave.
I mean, sometimes it is.
Is it really, though?
If
If you're like me, where you have one patch of hair that just
Like, that's
grows
what I
out to
have.
the
Like,
side.
this right here.
yeah, but
that.
you have it right there. He gets it like right there
My
by his
sideburn.
sideburn, and it
The
just
sideburn, like, what do you want me to do? Just walk around with like a 2-inch nice
That's-
Oh,
beard of
okay, so you're just
sideburn?
talking
That's
about
not that
like
bad.
weird
On one
places
side.
that
Not
hair
here.
comes from.
But if
Just
you-
here.
If anyone brings it up, you gotta be like, yeah, it's No Shave November. I'm not shaving.
No,
You're
but-
like, oh, okay.
no. But for people who shave like regularly, they just don't like that feeling of hair on their face.
But
And
it's
it gets kind of like itchy there because you're not used to hair there, and they want to shave. So that's why it's hard for some.
Okay, but there's no chemical release in your brain when you shave.
It could be. They could
Even
it.
if there is, it's nowhere close to the chemical release in your brain when you nut.
Hey, that feeling of that feeling of dopamine after a fresh nut, you can't like. There's nothing to compare.
Yeah,
Then the
exactly.
shame.
You knew it was
and
coming.
Shaving is nothing compared to that. So even if No Shave November is a challenge for anyone,
I should have
it's
brought.
nothing compared to No Nut November.
I should bring this up to my psych teacher and see what she says about it.
Really?
Ooh.
Like, would she actually be up for a conversation?
I don't know if she would, but I'm
Would she
just
be down to be on the podcast?
No.
She'd be telling us how fucked up we were like every 10 seconds. Like,
Now.
let's
Now, I think...
my professor might.
let's get your professor.
I think our best next topic would be about two people who are just absolutely dead to the internet. And that would be Logan Paul and KSI.
I would argue the opposite.
The
I think
YouTube
that they're...
wonders. Please tell
among
me we're
the
picking
biggest.
up audio.
We are.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Yeah, they
Wait,
were-
what do you mean by dead? Like,
Well, okay,
Okay.
let's look at a year ago.
They're
1
dead
year
to me.
ago, these two were the biggest things on the internet.
Then
Now-
Logan Paul fucked himself
No,
with the suicide
The
force.
suicide
and-
forcing happened before the first fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
what I'm
like 2
saying.
years ago.
Last year, like, they both were top of the internet.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, look up Logan Paul KSI 2. The only videos you're going to find is from Logan Paul and KSI.
That is
no
not
one
true.
else. No,
That is-
I was looking it up.
There's so much covered on it. The only difference between this one is that there's no YouTubers on the undercard.
No,
so
they have went
everyone's
pro.
been talking about
Now
it.
they have went pro, and I will say someone's getting knocked out, and I think it's going to be KSI.
There are more videos on here than just from Logan Paul and KSI,
Okay,
my guy.
professional commentaries.
Yeah, it's a lot of professional commentary.
There's a bunch
a
of them.
lot of professional.
Well, then I just suck at searching.
Yeah, I
things
think
on
you're-
YouTube. 'Cause I was trying to
really
find.
bad.
I was
You've gone
trying to
awful
find
at
some the
finding
other
it.
day. I was trying to find some the other day because I was curious what people actually think from a
So when's the
professional
fight tomorrow?
standpoint.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tomorrow. It's going to be at like here in Central Time. It's going to be 10:15 p.m.
Ooh.
All right, watch party? Because I'll be on campus already.
I will.
OU game.
Oh yeah, I'll already be on campus. I'm down, but
get a watch
it'll
party.
be football. But
What
I
time
don't know.
does the OU game end?
Oh, it's at 7 o'clock, so probably like
11,
Probably
11:30.
Yeah.
probably 10:30.
No.
10:30 to
It's around
11.
3 hours.
Then again, it is Iowa State, so as long as
Wait,
things go
7
to
in the morning
plan.
or at night?
Night.
Yeah, there's no way you guys are going to be able to watch it.
It's called a phone, my guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to watch it while you're during the game?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna have a whole group huddled behind me.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
gonna be like, "Is that the KSI fight?"
Now let's see
Shit.
here. Logan Paul or KSI. We've talked about this before, but has your minds changed? Have you watched
We've-
any of the videos that they've made
About
showing
their training and everything. I've seen some things.
Then
Well-
here's my opinion on the
Well-
training, though. Like, I feel like the training isn't enough information to go on.
Okay, but you take a look at both of them. I mean, compared to last year, they're both fucking huge now.
Oh, yeah.
They
Like, they
both
are-
have improved exponentially, but I want to say I watched KSI's video as much as it pained me because man, he annoys the piss out of me.
It's because he's black, isn't it?
He just is annoying.
As silence fills the room.
No, so he was talking about when he was actually getting punched
Yeah.
by Logan Paul, who was like, yeah, those were some haymakers, and man, I'm laying into him. He's like, I didn't even feel it. Yeah, that's what headgear does. That's the point of headgear.
Yeah,
Now we're-
I've been
and 12 ounce
clocked
gloves.
with headgear before.
Yeah.
I used to box. I got clocked with headgear,
It's a
and
lot.
you're just kind of like, oh, that wasn't bad. Like, that was like a light feather to the face.
Yeah.
It's a lot different when it's no protection and it's bare knuckle going at.
Yeah, I was going to say 10-ounce gloves, like they've said it too, you don't realize how much more speed you pick up and how much more those will crack. Because no headgear and a 10-ounce glove, that's what separates boys from men, is there's a crack to that glove and it's going to hurt like nobody's business. Like, that's going to be a punch, and I think what's going to happen is Logan A knows what he did wrong last fight. He got cocky, he went in, and he would have won if he would have kept persistent on him, but he taunted him, he kept being cocky with it. And then he just got tired.
Yeah.
Now he knows, okay, I need to train like nobody's business. So his stamina, A, is going to be way up. And once he gets a solid knock on KSI, he's not going to step back and be like, oh,
Okay,
look
yeah,
at me.
but you're
He's
saying
gonna
about
walk
the
up
training,
and
right?
sit him down on the
Like,
ground.
he's focusing more on the training,
His
but then you
stamina's
said
up.
his cockiness as well. So there is still a possibility that his cockiness could come back in the fight. You know, like it.
Shit's expensive, my guys.
Oh yeah, I'm buying it. But
Like-
What? No, illegal YouTube streams, bitches. That's what I
Legal
did
Twitch
last
streams, bitches.
time. That's what I did last time. You just
I
gotta
think it's gonna
bounce
be a
every
little harder
couple
this time
minutes.
now.
As long
But
as you
yeah,
go-
but like say he does punch the dude and he goes down and he does it, he could still possibly do the same thing as hey I won, blah 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 blah, like being cocky and stuff. Like it still could come into the ring even though his stamina is still stronger or whatever.
Well, that's the
you
point
know?
of the after fight. If he's down and knocked out, yeah, you're gonna get all cocky and be happy that you beat the
But
fuck
yeah,
out
but
of
then
him.
he said that's the reason why Logan lost, right? Because of his cockiness.
Logan lost because he was being cocky during the fight.
That's
Well,
what I'm
okay,
saying. Is
he was-
during the fight he would.
He was taunting him, and I don't think he should have done that. But like, that definitely wasn't a major part of why he lost.
Well, okay. Think
Yeah.
about this.
It was a factor, but he got tired just because he wasn't used to fighting for like.
That
Okay.
long time.
He wasn't, yeah.
That too, but I like look. Okay, first 3 rounds were Logan's, 100%.
First
There's
two.
no
First two.
3. 3 could be
Oh
a
my
toss up.
God, No.
3 could
no,
be a toss
No,
up.
it cannot. No. After round 4, you can maybe say Logan came back. Maybe. But the first 2 rounds, right? Logan is going at it. He
Okay,
looks
first-
like a pro boxer in the
Okay,
first 2 rounds.
2 rounds.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's only the first 2. There are multiple times where he has KSI on his heels, putting him in a corner, and could just go in and throw some heavy hitting punches, like do a lot of damage. That could have
Yeah.
done a lot different.
That's a
in
lot
that
of
fight.
damage.
Except you just kept sitting back and you're like, oh, come and get me. Whoop, whoop. Just dodging around. When he could have been right in his face, throwing some haymakers. So
So he
I don't
didn't
think he's
corner
gonna
him
do that
pretty
again.
much.
I don't think
Wasn't
he's
that
going to
a
make
good
that mistake again. I think once he gets a
He's-
solid punch and KSI is kind of like, oh, hold on. He's not going to stop.
Nick,
He's
where are you
just going to
watching the
keep
fight at?
going in
What?
and going
Where are
in
you
and
watching
going
the fight at?
Probably at home.
Should
Okay,
invite us.
but okay, so
What?
say
You
he
should
gets the
invite us
first
over.
punch,
My parents are not.
but then
going to be
like
okay with
the dude's
come
like,
on.
oh shit, you know. He could like,
Come on now.
since he got the first
You
punch,
don't know
Logan
that,
could
my
be like,
parents.
well,
Exactly.
clearly I'm stronger
That's
than
the
you
point
or
to meet
whatever.
him.
Then he could
Yeah.
still get cocky.
We're white.
Like,
Yeah.
I think that's the difference.
I think there could be a lot of
that
cockiness.
makes it different. My parents
So,
are very,
I
very.
mean, like, I understand that he's getting stronger with his
Just gotta
stamina
ask him,
and
bro.
stuff, but
Mm.
even with like what
I'm
Nick
sure
said
they would be
about
okay with
the
it, but not in such a short amount of
cockiness
time.
was
Hold
a
on, we're having
factor
two
in
different
it, so that's what
conversations.
I'm thinking.
I was going to
is
say, the
still-
audio on this is probably shit right
Did we
now.
lose
Come
our
on,
viewer
guys.
Do you have a view?
We had a viewer earlier, but I don't think he stuck around for that.
Girl, he's
He's
Oh,
still
hey.
here. He's still
Thanks,
listening.
Mr. Viewer, for
Or
sticking around
Mrs.
that
Mr.
posh, posh
Viewer.
of audio.
Mr. Mrs. Viewer, this could be Jaden's sister.
Oh. Hi, if it is.
Hi, Jaden's sister.
Hello, Jaden's sister. We're his
How old
fucked
is
up
she?
friends.
21? Yeah,
Oh,
21.
so she's legal, is what you're saying.
Nick.
Dude!
Don't mind me. There is now 2 viewers and 2 commentators on the podcast.
Alright, I'm signing out, guys.
And that's been the podcast, guys. We gotta deal with the murder. No, we're joking.
Yeah,
We're
you
just
guys
joking.
gotta deal with the minute I'm out. Like, I'll just be. Sorry, Nick. Bye.
Yeah, you guys have to deal with it. I'm dead.
All right. So
Okay, something just as controversial as Logan Paul KSI.
Yeah.
Christmas music. Should we be celebrating Christmas and just give the middle finger to Thanksgiving altogether? Or should we celebrate a fantastic American holiday and not be communists and play Christmas music?
fuck Thanksgiving, my guy. It's Christmas all the way.
You get 2
Communist.
Thanksgiving this year, okay?
I get none this year, thank you. I've got to work
You still get to go to my grandparents.
for like 2 hours.
Still, it's still food.
That's true. Food is food. Do you not like
The only
food?
thing-
Grandparent
Oh,
food.
so you don't like food. You don't like eating. You don't like living. You don't
Do
like
you
being
s-
alive.
Do you see this
Okay.
body shape here? There is no fat on this body, and that's because I don't eat.
Thanksgiving is important.
Well, yeah, because you stuff
Tell me how
yourself and
important
then
it
you
is.
take a
I don't
nap
see
afterwards.
Thanksgiving music. I only see one Thanksgiving program, which is the Charlie Brown
You know
Thanksgiving.
Jingle Bells was written about Thanksgiving, but everyone sings it as a Christmas song.
Wait, how's
Yeah,
Jingle
look it up.
Bells?
Look it up. It says nothing about specifically being a Christmas holiday, Santa Claus, Jesus, nothing, right?
It says nothing about Thanksgiving in there. It's got the sleigh bells in there, which is Christmas themed. It's got the sleigh in there, which is Christmas themed. It's got snow in there, which is Christmas themed.
Okay,
It is a Christmas song.
Appropriating winter culture and saying that it's Christmas culture. And that is not fair.
I was gonna say we are in Oklahoma, so snow is. If we ever get snow, it's more of a Christmas time thing.
Yeah, but that's not
Not everywhere else.
Yeah.
There's snow somewhere else in our country right now.
exactly.
Yeah, it does say it's for Thanksgiving season.
Exactly.
What is
No
wrong
kidding.
with this guy?
Although originally intended for the Thanksgiving season and having no connection to Christmas, it became associated with Christmas music and the holiday season in general decades after it was first performed by, wow, that is not a good name, blackface minstrel performer Johnny Pell.
Nice.
Wow. Okay then.
That's Wikipedia. It's not credible.
Well, you
That's
know
pretty.
what?
It probably is true.
Dude, college
talked-
students, it's credible.
We had to talk about blackface minstrel performances in our film and media studies class.
Well, and it
it's
says
probably
it was
accurate.
written for a children's choir group. as
Anyways,
well.
you don't see people celebrating Thanksgiving as much as Christmas. There's already Christmas decorations up.
Well,
Unfortunately.
Walmart is
Annoyingly.
insane.
Yeah.
Walmart put their
Annoyingly.
stuff up 3 months ahead, like
Yeah,
always.
Target already has their stuff up.
And
Exactly.
Academy, before even Halloween happened, the greatest holiday, it's the second greatest holiday, sorry. July 4th is still the greatest holiday known to mankind.
Yes, America
This-
Day is always the best.
The second greatest is Halloween. And they already had their Christmas decorations up. And I'm crossing my fingers when I go
Wait,
to
what's
work today.
considered Christmas decorations at Academy?
Merry Christmas everywhere.
Oh, think about
okay.
it. Walmart put their trees up before we even put our Halloween stuff up.
Trees is different.
It was
Trees. But if they have like Santa Claus.
They had all the stuff to go on the trees. They had their ornaments. They had stuff to go on
Oh,
shelves
yeah,
and
same at
stuff.
Target. Like,
It was
it's-
ridiculous.
It's wild.
It's ridiculous though. I mean, Christmas overpopulates everything. We need our Halloween. The spooky season.
Thanksgiving, though. This is all about Thanksgiving. You know, we can all agree Halloween, whatever. But Thanksgiving is the argument here. And some people in this room, I'm not going to say any names.
It's
Nicholas,
me, fuckers.
think that it's okay to celebrate. Listen to Christmas music specifically is a big thing. And
I listen to
celebrate
trap
as well.
mixes. I don't celebrate. I just listen to the music.
I hate
Celebrations
Christmas
come after
music. I hate it with the
Thanksgiving.
burning
No,
passion.
I love it so much.
Wait,
No,
why do you
I-
hate it? Is it just annoying? Or
No,
like...
I work in retail, and I have to listen to the same 10 songs for the next 3 months, and it's horrible because you're just sitting there, like, dealing with awful customers and just sitting there listening to Christmas music. And
I don't
I'm
know how-
hoping that Christmas music hasn't started playing.
Well, that's how Academy rolls over there at Walmart. We don't listen to shit. We just have our decorations up.
Not,
Yeah, no,
not yet.
We'll have music.
It'll
No,
start.
we don't play the music.
You don't? Ever?
We just go off a Walmart playlist or a Walmart radio station, which is just a music playlist.
And they don't start Christmas music ever? Like,
They-
not even
They only
closer
play
to
top
December?
40.
Oh.
That's what
What
they
I
normally
enjoy.
have
That's
at
what I enjoy
Academy.
about the store.
Except they change it for the season. So
I'm
one
sure
year
Target's
actually,
gonna change it soon.
I had a manager tell me about this. So they hired a private company to
Okay.
create a summer playlist because they were doing some big summer event. Well, the summer playlist was so bad, people were actually filing complaints about the music because apparently the company just found every single song ever that says the word summer in it
Oh.
and just played it.
You're telling me
Oh.
that they use stuff from Greece on there?
Like just
Summer love.
yeah, anything and everything that had summer in it, they were just playing it, and they were told to remove and burn the CD disc that it was in because they were getting so many complaints.
I like
From
it. I like
customers.
it.
I wonder how much they spent on that. Like,
Probably too much money.
Like-
Probably like 400 or 500 grand. Just because they wanted a playlist.
yeah,
when you probably could have just asked, I don't know, the employees.
Could have asked any teenager, and we're just like, yeah, give me $10, I'll be there in 5 minutes.
yeah, I'll be done in 5 minutes, guys. I already have a summer playlist. Here you go.
Yeah.
Let me pull up my Spotify.
Spotify Premium. Sponsors, please.
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 Please, we want free music.
I already have it, and I want it for free now. Now, OU.
OU Kansas, kind of a letdown.
That was horrifying. OU Kansas State. That was just pitiful.
Yeah,
That was
that
retarded.
game that I watched, it was just crazy, guys.
I don't think you watched the game.
What? No. What?
Well,
I'm
they're
about
out.
to
You
get
didn't
kicked
watch
out.
the OU Kansas game? Get out.
I'm about to get kicked
Get
out.
out.
How's that work?
And now we've been
So was I.
I would get fired if I was on my phone at work because
See?
they
Really?
value. Yeah.
So would I, but it's
like,
called
for a
stealth.
long period of time. Like,
What?
Yeah.
My boss literally, I have the ESPN app, and I enter in my TV provider, and my boss, when I'm at work and like there's a football game going on, he asked me to take my phone out and set it up so we can watch football.
What, you mean at Academy?
Yeah.
At Academy, the sports store, they let you watch sports? That is wild.
We watch anything we want,
Okay.
honestly.
Well, is it like in like the employee like room or like?
No, right there at the gun bar. We'll walk around with
Oh,
our
okay.
phones out watching a football game, helping
Watching-
customers.
It's like you're just
I
watching
wish,
The
I
Office.
wish.
You're watching The Office while you're helping a customer.
How much do you guys get paid?
I get paid $11.30 an hour.
Are they hiring?
I literally had customers come up and be like, "You watching the LSU game? Yeah? Angle that over here." And I'll just sit there with customers. I've gotten a crowd around me watching football with me.
That's the way it rolls.
With my manager, nonetheless.
Wait, like the manager was in the crowd or like?
No, yeah, the manager was
Okay.
by me watching the game.
Anyways,
I
we're
need
getting
this
off
job.
track here.
No, I need this job. You don't understand.
I'd have a better chance working at Academy than you would.
You would
Probably
never
true.
leave.
I wouldn't.
No.
I would shop there while I'm working.
I have no connection to Academy other than like the pay, other than you. But like the actual like stuff there, like I'm never gonna buy it.
Oh.
Tell
I
me the
get
difference.
stuck there.
Tell me the
because of
difference in
him.
quality between a Lose and a H2O Express baitcaster right now.
There is no
I don't
difference. They
even
both
know what those
suck.
Lose do not suck. Get the right combo, you fuck.
What are you saying?
All the
What- okay,
poles are
what-
cancer.
Okay, the poles suck,
I'm lost as
but
much
the
as you
baitcaster
What?
reels.
Oh,
You're
bro,
saying
I
words
run-
that I don't know what
No,
they mean.
I run nothing but those reels. That's all I run. I have
See, you don't know shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's I
She's
am not
confused.
saying that I do.
I get
I
stuck
never
2
said I
hours
did.
to 3 hours at Academy every time they go there, and then I usually just walk around the store because I get bored.
for
Honestly.
shoes and clothes.
I know. I usually go look at shoes.
I mean, I don't know. It's just I went there once for like running stuff when I was really into running, and then I stopped.
Tell me one item besides the workout
Oh, I go
equipment,
look at
clothes,
knives.
and fishing
Knives are
poles that
nothing.
they have there.
Like you're quizzing me like I said
Come on.
I know or care.
Come
and I
on, one
don't
of those
have
is
either.
my job. We've talked about
Guns.
it. There we go.
Thank you.
My point is I have. You're acting like I said that I know anything about this, and I am admitting right now, like to
That
everyone
you're
listening,
a
I don't care.
communist.
I know jack about Academy.
You're not a
And all this
American,
stuff.
my guy.
No.
That is a false statement.
I know
Okay,
about.
now-
Okay.
OU.
Let's relax here. OU Kansas.
OU Kansas State was a pitiful showing.
Defense played like they used to play last year, like god awful.
It was giving me Vietnam
It made me
flashbacks.
so mad.
Jalen Hurts made
It was-
one of the dumbest plays I've ever seen.
Oh,
He
I know what you're talking about.
he
now.
snapped the
Actually, I
ball.
remember that. I remember seeing that clip.
Well, this might be different. He snapped the ball. He was going to throw it, and he ran like a cheerleader.
I
Y'all all saw it. He was like, and just waited to get hit in the back. Like, what the fuck is that?
I think I know what you're talking about. I'm almost certain I saw that.
I kind of want to
No.
see that.
Let's go into the chances. So you got bumped down to 10. We are now 9 in the CFP rankings. We have Iowa State this week. We have Baylor next week.
Iowa State will be easy. Baylor's going to be a challenge.
Now we also have TCU and Oklahoma State. That's
I
who we
watched
have left.
TCU get their asses kicked by Okie State, and then
Now we
Iowa
have-
State beat OSU. So we got at least 2.
Wait,
We have 2 teams that are ranked now. Baylor's 12. Fingers crossed they get even higher. Honestly, best conditions, they even pass us in rankings. That would work out best for us because if we can upset them, that propel us a good amount, even if it's 8 and 9.
We need them at least in the top 10 because so far every top 10 matchup has jumped everyone up into the top 4.
Now we also have to look at whatchamacallit, we do have a lot of games that are going to mix up the top 4. We have
LSU Bama's coming up.
Tomorrow at 2:30. That's going to be a big game.
Just saying, I'm on a football binge tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm scheduled to work.
Don't you have a wrestling competition?
I'm watching it at the wrestling tournament. Thank you.
But I don't know. I think we got a lot of interesting things to see in the upcoming weeks based on the scheduling. And if things fall just perfectly and we play and show up like we did against Texas or anyone else, where our defense showed up and played better than any other defense there is.
I bet you Lincoln Riley chewed them a new one after that game.
I can't imagine being in that locker room.
God awful.
I drove by one of their practices the other day, and they were getting it. Because they practiced just right over by the Lenoble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they were getting into it, that's for sure. So I think they're ready this week. I hope that they're not going to come in underestimating anyone else this year. Baylor's going to be a challenge, but we have to come in and whip them a new one. Show everyone that we should not even be ranked that low.
Let's rip them a new asshole, boys.
Well, it doesn't depend on Riley, right? It depends on Grinch, but would Riley still have
with Lincoln Riley
the
being
last say or something since he's head coach, or is it mostly on Grinch since he's the defending?
With Lincoln Riley being the head coach, Grinch is going to tell them what they can do better. He's going to make them watch film. He's going to make them run exponentially harder at practice. But Lincoln Riley's the one that's literally there to yell at them.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because I knew he was head coach, so I would think he has the last say or something.
Grinch is the one up in the booth or upstairs calling stuff, figuring out what they need to run, looking at formations, deciding what's best for the next play.
Mm-hmm.
But Riley's there to, like you
Riley's
said,
down on
show
the
him a new
field
one.
screaming at him, be like, "What the fuck was that? Y'all look like little fucking chicks out there. Goddamn, this ain't a Powerpuff game.
Ballerina.
This isn't gymnastics we're talking about. Hit the motherfucker."
Hey, don't insult gymnasts.
You don't see them hitting people.
No, but
I've
I want to
seen
see you do a flip on a pole this big.
I could try. I'm about to bust my
I'm
nuts,
gonna
but
have
I'll try.
911 on diet.
That's what you get, honestly. You deserve to get
Go ahead and call 911 before I
November.
start. I'm gonna die
You
anyway.
deserve to
Just be
get your
like, okay,
American
so
card
this kid
ripped
is
from you
like,
for
you
not
might
knowing
wanna have
anything in
A-links
Academy.
here.
Oh my
Have
god,
2 minutes.
Academy is the American store.
Yes,
Like,
it is.
so is Target,
Academy,
so is Walmart.
no. Walmart and Target are women's stores. Academy, Bass Pro, Cabela's, it's all American stores.
Okay,
Okay,
is it
hold
just
on,
me or
hold on,
just
but-
Cabela's does not sound like a hunting place? It sounds like a I
Like
don't
a
know,
shoe dress store. or
Yeah,
something,
it sounds like fashion, golf fashion, I don't know, Louis Vuitton or
Have
something.
you ever been in a Cabela's?
Well, no.
Like,
but,
for real, right?
Yeah,
but
seriously.
every time I
but
see
just the name of it.
just
you know?
the commercials I see the Bass Pro, and then I see Cabela's, and I'm like, that does not sound like something like Bass Pro.
You know, they're the same company now. Did Cabela's? Bass Pro bought
Cabela's. Now I'm trying to go to the big old Bass Pro Pyramid and go fish inside the store.
Now I gotta say, it is not worth going to Bass Pro or Cabela's over Academy. Yeah, they have a little bit more stuff, but everything is so much more outrageously priced.
I'd only go to that Bass Pro just so I could start testing bait casters. I'd be like, "Yeah, could I try this one in your little pond over there?"
Do they just have fish, in the store?
Yeah, they have a pond in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of them, or just
Yeah.
Where?
Every single store has a tank in it, like a fish tank.
Oh,
at
so
least.
people actually try things?
No, they don't.
I've seen tanks and stuff. I just thought the fish were just there to, I don't know.
Yeah,
be there.
they just exist.
No, but the Bass Pro the Bass Pro Pyramid has an actual pond.
Yeah, they have
it's
an
a
actual
big pond.
I-
It's full of fish.
I went to not that one. I believe it was a Cabela's in Tennessee. I want to say maybe no, it was Kentucky, and they had some interesting waters in there.
I just gotta say one thing. Terry Bogard, the new character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah, I haven't played Ultimate in like a month, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Terry Bogard.
Is he tearing up the scene?
He is terrific.
Alrighty, folks,
Alright,
that's it for
that's
this
it.
podcast.
We're
He's-
kidding, guys.
he's
but
amazing.
That was a most.
He's actually an amazing character though. Masahiro Sakurai, the guy who made Super Smash Brothers, he loved a lot of SNK fighting games, And you can really tell all the love that he put into Terry specifically with his character design. Like Ryu and Ken, all of his original inputs from the game still work. And he's such a unique character. Like, you have to play him and actually feel it.
I'll see how it
to
is.
believe. It's amazing.
Anyways, we went off topic and jumped into a new one when we weren't even finished with the other one.
That's true.
OU.
Back to OU. OU Iowa State. Back to
No, we haven't even really started.
OU Iowa State. What's your score prediction?
Score predictions. Ooh. Ideally, what we really need to happen is probably a 60. Hold on, let me do some maths.
Quick math.
66-7. I'm putting it up there.
66 to 7.
I'm giving 9 touchdowns and a field goal. Wait, no. Is that 9? Fuck, I don't remember.
I'm going to say 69-0. I think our defense is going to show up and play like they've never played before. And our offense is going to do the same thing.
So we're going to miss an extra point? Is that what you're saying?
No, we're going to score 2 field goals in the game.
Might as well just push those 2 field goals to a touchdown, my guy. Iowa State doesn't have that good of a running defense, and that's also the only thing that really stopped us is because we wouldn't go in the air in the third quarter at all. And we fucked up.
No, I think no matter what happens is we're going to destroy them. They might get a touchdown early on us.
Like every other team usually does, because we get too fucking cocky.
But we have to go out there and pedal to the metal the whole game. No substituting people out. Like, we need to go pedal to the metal to have any chance of getting back into the top 4.
I think Jalen will get subbed out in the 4th, depending on the score, which wouldn't be bad, because our backup, he does pretty good anyway.
We do need some love to our backup. He does need some work, but we shouldn't be doing any subs on defense. We shouldn't be doing anything
won't
else
get
offense.
subbed out. They didn't get subbed out any game so far. Offense, we only sub out if we're really like up there, like our usual games, like West Virginia. We were up 70-14.
Ooh.
Subbed them out right there in the 4th. Didn't
Alrighty.
score again, but still.
Alrighty, folks, on a quick tangent, I have now opened up the green edition Red Bull, and let me say, it is fantastical. Try something that's not horse piss.
Nick, you should hand me your other piss edition Red Bull. I'm kind of getting thirsty.
Oh my god. That's amazing. I mean, it's not
I've
very
had
much,
I've
but
had every one of these.
It's not bad.
That's probably my favorite.
It's very sour. I don't know.
That's
green apple. They're always
This
sour.
was
Yeah,
my first
that's valid.
Red Bull, actually. The first Red Bull I ever had was a green edition. It was 3 a.m., and we were driving an hour to a new duck hunting spot that we'd never tried. We were all super tired. We were trying to get ready to get out there and go. We had to stop for gas, and he's like, go pick up a Red Bull. You need it. You're about to fall asleep. You're not falling asleep out there while we're trying to hunt. I'm like, fine, whatever. Picked up a Red Bull, had one of these. It's fantastical.
I don't know.
It brings back memories of freezing in
What
the
was my
snow.
first fucking Red Bull?
Why?
Because literally that day, it was just a short little field on like a floodplain basically, so there was about 2 inches of water all the way across the
Oh
pond.
yeah, your toes are frozen.
And it was snowing down on top of us. Like, it wasn't a snow, it was an Oklahoma snow where it's like a fine sprinkle.
Shitty snow, pretty much.
And we were literally laying there before the sun came up, just laying down, and snow's coming and landing on top of us, and we're just covered in snow, huddling our guns like...
It's like, we didn't layer good enough. Is that a duck?
That sounds like a great
Fuck,
fun
I
American
missed it.
experience, guy.
Have you never been duck hunting?
I have not. I've never been hunting. I've never shot a gun.
What?
Yeah.
I
my
only shot a
God.
gun.
Hold on. What are you doing Sunday?
I'm coming to
I think-
Jaden's house to shoot Sunday. That's
You
what
are
I'm
more
doing.
than welcome, because Sunday,
I don't
me and
know.
a buddy are going out. You got a new shotgun, we're going Sunday shooting. What are you doing Sunday?
I don't know. I think
Wrong
that
answer.
actually might be
You're shooting shit.
Oh my god.
Nick, I'm gonna have to bring you a gun that's not gonna break your shoulder.
I've
alright?
at least shot things. Okay, well not things.
I'm
but
bringing you a-
gun range.
I'm bringing you my
I don't see the appeal
22
of it when I can
rifle
just do it
and I'm
in
bringing you
VR,
my
like,
410
living
rifle.
down there.
410s,
They
I
got-
don't know. I think a 410 hurts more to shoot than a 12 gauge.
I don't
Every
know.
12 gauge I've shot's got some pop to it, but it's not bad. Every time I shoot a 410, I'm like, God damn, what
This
was
is like-
that?
It's like one of those cheap Walmart. You know, you could switch the barrels on either of them.
I
No,
completely agree.
it's actually a decent
My
410.
410's like that long, and I could just put.
I mean, the last gun I shot, I don't know what it was
I mean-
called exactly, but I almost dislocated my shoulder. That's what it felt like, because
Oh, yeah.
the back, like the shot
The
back
butt.
or what? Yeah, it like went right there, and I was like, oh.
I shot a mark.
That's where you're supposed to have it.
Well, yeah, but hey.
You're
Now,
supposed to put it right in that crease.
I will
That sounds
say,
painful.
Actually, just a little bit of that meat right there, right before the crease.
Okay, I don't
doesn't
have any
this
meat on my body.
experience.
That's
He
not
doesn't
right.
have this experience, but maybe you have. First time I ever shot like a legitimate gun, not a 22. I was shooting my 223, my first ever deer rifle, and I'm sitting there, and I had a scope on it, and my dad says, "Now make sure you keep it in your shoulder nice and tight."
Did you put your eye up to the scope?
And I couldn't see through the scope very well, so I
Oh
pulled it off
no!
my shoulder.
I know.
and went,
that. I even know not to do that. Like I've been on the internet long enough.
You're
not
a
to do
fucking
that.
idiot.
Did 8-year-old you know that? Because 8-year-old
Okay,
me
that's
didn't
valid.
know.
I
that.
knew to
valid.
leave it on my shoulder. If I can't see, I can't see. I was already blind at that point anyways.
So I just popped myself in the eye and just had a nice big old black eye. And my dad's like, "You're a dumbass." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Love you
Okay.
too, Dad.
I was like, oh, I can't see out of the scope. Hope I'm shooting right. And then I popped
See,
it.
I just unadjusted it from my shoulder, so when I shot, my scope wasn't against, my eye wasn't against the scope, but the recoil brought it back into me. So,
Such a.
so there,
fucking
my
idiot.
shoulder wasn't there to absorb it. It just kind of went under my armpit, and
I love how your dad shows you a dumbass and just like not.
he
like,
watched
okay.
it happen. He was like, "You know what? You're never gonna do it again, are you?" I'm like, "No."
As you're crying, but the tears can't come out because your eye's still swollen. You're like,
This is like a puddle of water right here.
as soon as your eye opens up, you just go, and you're like, oh, that's where that is.
I imagine that holding a gun is like
It depends on what you're holding on.
whatever gun you're holding. Like
Well, they are-
if no one else is holding a gun, you're the most powerful person
Yes.
in that area.
Yes.
And I imagine that feeling is at least half of the.
Okay, do you at least know how to hold it when you've got like a group of people around you?
I mean, what do you mean by that?
Do
I
you
guess
put
Jake
like
knows what
away
I'm
from
talking
people. Like
Well, technically.
You either hold it up like this or you
Or
hold
that.
it from the stock.
I
And
thought
it
you
just
like
points that
held
way.
it towards your like heart, stomach, face. I don't know.
You're gonna shoot yourself.
Now,
That's the goal anyway.
now, do you know what rule number 1 of shooting a gun is?
I
Keep
feel like
your
this is
booger
subjective.
hook off the trigger unless you're shooting. Just
Yeah.
don't put your finger on the trigger unless you're about
Keep
to
your
shoot.
finger straight until you're ready to pop a cap, alright? That's all you gotta know.
That's literally how you prevent accidental shootings. Unless you have a high point, and then that's a whole different argument. Why in the hell do you have a high point? You don't have to worry about your gun going off, because you got to pull the bang button to make the magical powder go boom and propel something out the
I
barrel.
don't know why this.
Alright,
is
we are
like
college
talking to a
students. This is
6-year-old.
not. We're not teaching little kids in pre-K how to hold a pistol. All right, this is college kids.
Yeah, you just like
Treat us
put
like
your
that.
finger in the little holder and spin it around as fast as possible. Right?
Okay, you need to talk to him like a 6-year-old.
I know obviously like what not to do. I know how to not die. if
Or
I'm
not
holding it.
shoot someone.
I just,
Everyone
like-
says they don't know how to not die. I went shooting with so many first timers, and they're like, "Yeah, I know what to do." As soon as they're done shooting, they're waving it around with their finger on the trigger, like, "Whoa, hold on, I don't want to die, but today."
You're like, I know that
I
clip's not
literally
empty.
do not touch my dad's guns unless he tells me to shoot it. Like, he'll hand it to me, and it'll be like, shoot it, I'll be okay, and then I'll put it down on, like, the table, you know? Like, that's the only time I will touch it.
There's also a massive weight difference in whatever weapon you're holding.
I will say,
22s are nothing. 410s, they've got a little bit on there, and then once you start going up even higher, it's just
I
fucking
swear,
heavy.
I've held guns, like, heavier than I am.
You seem so pumped for like shooting guns. I
rule
just don't-
number 1. I'm going to say this once and once only until after you learn your lesson.
Okay.
Someone ever hands you a gun, like a shotgun,
Mhm.
you load your own shells. Don't let someone else load your shells for you.
Why?
So you-
Okay,
So,
what if
we're
you're
not even gonna
first time and you don't
explain.
know?
Should I explain? Like, because
I
I
feel
have
like
a pretty
you
funny
should.
first
explain
time.
it. Let's hear it.
Okay,
I want to
so-
hear the story.
First time, when I first started duck hunting, I was using a 20 gauge. Now, I was like 13 or 14 at the time, but I weighed less than 100 pounds. I was like 5'2", teeny tiny.
So
dude.
me.
Yeah.
Literally me.
Had no muscle on my body. So my buddies
Me.
were like, come shoot a 12 gauge with us. So I'm like, okay. So after we got done duck hunting, we started skeet shooting, and they're like, try my 12 gauge. I'm like, okay. So he loaded it up for me. First 2 rounds were birdshot. Just real light load. Like, gave me some pop, but I was like, that's not bad at all. And he's like, okay, try one more time. Try and hit a skeet this time. So he tosses it up, and I shoot, and it just lays me backwards. I didn't fall down, but like it folded me in half, the recoil, because I wasn't ready for it. And he had put a 3.5-inch Magnum turkey load into that gun. And if you don't know the difference, 2 3/4 inch, 3.5 inch. Lot more power here.
A lot more gunpowder.
Lot more gunpowder, lot more
Yeah, it's
pop,
bigger.
heavier bullet, so that recoil will punch you like
Doesn't
a
matter if it's
horse. Like
bigger.
it's like being
You
kicked
got
in the
more-
shoulder by a horse.
You have more.
Have you ever been kicked in the
bullets,
shoulder
you have
by a
more
horse?
pellets in it.
No.
Oh yeah.
Have you?
Wow.
I have not. I just thought it was gonna be a fun story, but
I've almost been punched.
by a horse.
Yes.
Like literally, like what?
That was just making me think of the video where the dude walked up to the gate and the horse fucking bit his arm.
Oh no, I've been kicked by a horse, but it was a baby horse.
Mm.
But it's
Still
still.
hurts.
What's that one
Yeah.
internet video about the guy and the horse? It's like in the same category as like 2 Girls, 1 Cup. What's it
What?
called?
What?
What's it called? You know what I'm talking
New
about?
topic.
It's
New
like
topic.
Mr.
New
New
topic.
topic, new topic, new topic, new topic.
Okay, so pretty much.
Don't demonetize us,
she
please.
She was my
Please, I'm
horse.
sorry.
We need the money.
And her name was Rain, and she was, I don't know how old, but she was pretty, like, tiny. I would say, like, 1 or 2. And my Uncle Larry, he was somewhere, and so I didn't know that I could, like, I didn't think about walking behind the horse, but then I scared her, and she kicked me, and she, like, kicked my thigh.
Oh.
no.
And
Oh,
that,
God.
like, and the worst part is her mom came up afterwards, and I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And
You know-
Uncle Larry was just like, run!
You're like, I can't run.
Honestly, being kicked in the thigh would probably be the best place to
That's the
get
best
kicked.
place to get
Yeah,
kicked.
I mean,
That's
I'm
more
not
meat.
picturing him like kick my chest or anything, but like there was a big bruise, like
Oh,
it was like that big, and
I can
it stayed
It's
My-
huge.
for a while.
One of my old friends, they used to have bucking bulls, and they had the number 2, so the number 2 PBR bull in the country at the time. They had his brother, so that was still a super aggressive bull. Well, they were loading him up in a trailer one day to. I can't remember exactly what they're doing with him. Maybe taking him to a vet or something. I can't remember why they were moving him, but they're moving him. Well, they have him in a chute trying to get him shuffled in, and the dog jumped in the chute with it.
Oh.
And like started like yapping and barking at it, kicked the dog. So his grandpa jumped in to try and save the dog, got kicked 3 times,
Oh, dang.
broke his shoulder, broke his collarbone, fractured his skull, and broke a bunch of ribs. And I think maybe broke his leg. Like that bull messed him up.
Bull fucked his ass.
So listen to you only viewer here. Don't mess with bulls.
Or horses.
Don't walk behind horses. Just I learned that.
Good rule of
lesson.
thumb.
We ride horses, not eat them, guys.
Have you ever tried horsing?
What?
No. Wait a minute.
I have not. That was just a genuine question.
I will say, I did have a teacher who had an interesting theory about burritos in Mexico.
Let's
So-
not say it's horse meat in the burritos.
No.
Is it dog meat?
Maybe.
That's Asians.
So he
Whoa,
had
that's
he had an
racist.
interesting theory. He had an interesting theory. He went on vacation there when he was younger. And he said, I didn't notice a lot of stray cats and dogs. But there are a lot of burrito stands.
Oh my god.
And he's like, I'm not saying it, but also, I mean...
Did I ever eat a burrito in Mexico now that I think about it?
And now you're like, ah!
I'm trying to think if I ever actually ate a burrito.
I
don't
feel like
think
you.
I did.
No. Like,
Well,
I don't think
I
you can know
went
the
to-
difference if they spice it up pretty good.
I went to
You're
I
just
think
Cosmo.
eating
even
spice.
if you spiced it up really well, you'd be
It
like,
does not
this
taste
cow
like-
tastes a lot like cat. Like, not
First, you have to know what cat tastes like. So
You're into
now we're
Chinese
back
food.
on this. There it is.
So,
There is one story that you need to tell us about.
Tinder mix up, boys.
You mean, that's edited out. What? You mean, fuck.
Your old friend.
Old
Already
friend mix up.
Girl I used to know. So yesterday, we have a group project we're doing in one of our classes. Me and Nick number 1.
Didn't
Yeah.
do it, by the way.
No.
What did you guys do?
We
Um,
sat in the
YouTube.
classroom for an hour.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
we figured out how
You
to play
actually
mu-
did work, but like, okay.
We figured out how to play music in the classroom.
We figured out how to use a projector with our
Was anyone in
laptops.
there?
Just me, him, and Logan.
Yeah.
No.
So we watch YouTube videos
Nice.
on the projector.
Watched a lot of my YouTube videos.
So anyways, we're just chilling out, or he was just hanging out there, and I get there, and I sit down, and I'm like, this person looks familiar. And then they said their name, and I'm like, wait a minute, no. So, told my name and everything, super awkward. She would not stop talking. We sat there for 30 minutes, and
Wait,
I
was
maybe
she in
said
class?
like 3 sentences. No, she was in a little lounge area off to the side.
Oh.
The area we sit at until class starts, and we're still late to every single one.
He put a horrifying thought in my mind, and I'm never
Sure.
sitting on the couch again.
Yes, I did, and I'm gonna tell it too.
Yeah, no, we'll tell him later when he's actually sitting on the couch.
I'm not gonna sit on the couch.
You'll
You're
forget.
gonna tell me something
You're gonna
terrible.
forget about it by Tuesday.
I never sit in that area.
You should sit in that area on that
Well, I'm
couch.
not going to now that you told me that something's terrible about it.
So
I'll just
anyways-
tell the joke in a second. Get
So
to
we're
it.
sitting there hanging out, and she just wouldn't stop talking. And I was like, please don't recognize me. Please don't recognize me. Please don't recognize me. Finally, he was like, he's just sitting there off in the corner real quiet like, while I'm taking the brunt of a conversation I don't want to be a part of.
It's your fault for meeting this old friend before.
I don't think it would have mattered. I don't think she would have stopped talking no matter what.
Okay, so was it just like she was just talking just to pass time, or because you said like she didn't know
I really
you, or she
bet
didn't
she-
remember?
I don't
you,
think
right?
she recognized who I was. 'Cause
I
she
really
probably would have said something, because that was not a good way to end things.
She probably thought it would be weird to bring it up. She probably did know you from hearing your name.
Maybe, I don't know. Anyways.
If you would have really said your last name, you would have been fucked.
Oh, yeah, no. That's
She would have
why.
been like, Jaden! You're like, ah, shit.
No! Oh, I just realized I have an appointment to die in about 5 minutes. I'll see you
Yeah,
later.
you know, I really scheduled it like an hour later, but like, come on, you know all the paperwork.
It's like, death is supposed to be here in like 10 minutes. I gotta go.
Yeah. You know, I want to die in a compromising position, so.
She's like, you can cut.
Get me on BuzzFeed Unsolved, guys.
BuzzFeed Unsolved. Oh, wait, I solved it. BuzzFeed solved.
Anyways, we ended up finally escaping, and I told him about it. And it was just so awkward sitting there just praying that she wouldn't recognize who I was. It was so
What was
awkward.
she even talking about? Was
Just
it
random stuff about being a pre-law and like,
Yeah, pre-law,
Her,
like-
like her
What's her
sorority.
major?
And
Yeah, she was like, I can tell when people are lying because, like, I'm a pre-law.
Oh, she's one of those kind of people.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And
All
just
right.
pre-law, pre-law,
All right,
pre-law.
all right,
Has
all right.
taken nothing
Uh-huh.
but math and English common. It's like, yeah, since I'm a psych major, I pretty much know what I'm talking about.
All right, let's get into this joke here, shall we?
Okay.
So she kept talking about dudes that kept trying to hook up with her.
Yeah.
And it was funny because she'd
On
like,
that couch.
nah, wouldn't be on that couch. They tried to take her to her room and stuff, and she'd keep making all these excuses. Then she'd be like, "This place is my comfort place. Like, this is my little nook. I come over here. I have friends that come over here. We just watch the TV and stuff."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay."
I've even spent the night here. She said she fell asleep on the couch and woke up the next morning.
Okay, well, anyways. So we got back to the classroom, and it
I
was
feel
like,
bad for her. Like, she's probably that one viewer right there. And she's
Oh,
crying.
no.
She's crying right now.
we don't care about your feelings.
Oh,
You
no.
guys are mean.
I care about your feelings.
Wait, we need
Hit me
to.
No. Anyways. Stop it.
What?
I'm gonna break everything.
All right. Anyways, here's the joke. So we got back in the we went to the classroom afterwards, and I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of weird how she keeps talking about like she loves that couch area." And Jaden's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I bet you she's masturbated on that couch." And Jaden was like, "Ah, that's right where I sit too."
Man, sometimes I wish there was video to this.
I could add it next time.
That precise moment right there.
That was amazing.
All right, guys, if you want a webcam podcast next, I mean, shit, put it in the comment section below once this video.
Come on,
is
I
up.
feel like if we
Our
have a
viewer.
video, though, we're going to start relying on it for too much.
Oh yeah,
And then the audio portion will be lacking.
by the way, we are on our own YouTube channel now.
We have a YouTube channel
This
now?
is the Caffeine Podcast YouTube channel.
No kidding.
This is? Oh, this is also the Caffeine Podcast Twitch. I'm looking at you, viewer.
This
Love
isn't
you.
Twitch.
This isn't Twitch.
This is
It's
straight on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah,
What?
this is
We
YouTube.
stopped
I love
doing
how
Twitch?
both of you are
We
Yeah,
switched it
have
last
a YouTube
episode
channel.
when you
Oh.
decided not
Yeah,
to
I
show
was
up.
there. I remember that. Yeah, we're on YouTube.
They already know you weren't here. Connie.
We
Shit.
started this last week.
Yeah, I also have the account information to this YouTube.
No one else but me has the account.
Give it to me.
Yeah, I want to be
need
able to
it.
monitor this and, just throw out random things whenever I please.
I'm gonna totally put dick pics.
Is there anything else
What?
What?
we've talked about everything so far.
I think so.
Yeah.
We stretched this out to about almost an hour, so it's going to be like a 40-minute stream. Or 40-minute edited. Get the first episode done.
It's on its way.
Seriously.
You've been
It's on
saying
its
that
way.
for 4 weeks now.
5.
5 weeks.
actually.
He's keeping track. He wants to see how long before we.
I'll
mark
let
it.
it...
But okay, my
I can
question
edit
is though,
3
if
and
you're putting it live on YouTube,
It'll
Or you
get
just-
deleted with the edit.
okay.
This
so,
is just so we could have something in case people want to actually listen to us fuck up a lot.
Hey,
No.
hey viewer.
Hey,
Don't be so central to our one person. We need them to stay and read.
hey there.
Yeah, don't say
Stop
hit me
that.
up.
I honestly wonder
Who is watching our stream? to
Yeah,
be
can you
honest?
say something in the
if
comments?
you
We
say
wanna
something right now, I will personally
I will-
cash app you $5.
I'll do the same.
I don't
Okay,
have
you're gonna get
Cash App.
$10, right?
Yeah,
If
I
you say
don't
something
have
right now, you're
Cash App.
getting $10.
Now we wait.
Throw our handles on there, or you can just follow us.
Or just follow our Instagrams.
Unless you're part of Thou Meddling Children and you're already following me, then
Thou what?
This hasn't been up there in a
that's my
minute.
group chat.
I
Thou
think there's
Meddling.
an excellent connection, but it's a little
And it's got a little
latency.
stream delay.
I mean, so I guess they probably won't hear what we're saying right now until a little bit later, like about the $5 that they're getting, $10. I guess. total.
$10, yeah.
They're probably hearing it like right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
okay.
they've heard
There
yeah.
it is. So they've probably just about now heard it, and they're just like, ooh.
Also,
Only $10.
if you tell your friends, I will up it to $10 personally. And if Nicholas does the same, even if he doesn't, that's $15.
Yeah, throw your cash up in.
We are
cash app
literally
up in there.
paying you to listen to us.
Yes, that is okay then. If you can get us more than one viewer next week, you will be cash app $15.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So who's ready to start emailing companies to get sponsorships?
Yeah. You'll get at least 2 people to listen to this sponsorship. But
To listen to the sponsorship?
yeah. I think
Sponsor us, please.
I think this is a great idea. Uh-oh.
What's that?
Oh,
You
we
left
have
the
a-
door open.
Because I paid for your tag.
It's a bro moment.
Now, I believe this is just about a good time to cut it off. I think we're about out of topics. We appreciate you listening, one viewer.
Jaden's got to go to work, so
Exactly.
what a puss.
So if you could throw out a like and subscribe.
to the Caffeine Podcast YouTube channel.
And
Uh,
Lego for Gaming, if you please.
And
That's-
Couch Girl, if you're listening.
What?
we miss you.
No, we
we
don't.
So
fucking
mainly
hate
Jaden.
you, man.
Mainly Jaden.
No,
Jaden really
definitely not.
Jaden wants you to hop
Jaden
on top,
Jackson.
my guy.
No.
wants you. Like,
I'm
so
gonna
bad.
go die in a hole now.
Anyways, this has been the Caffeine Podcast. I'm Nick,
I'm Nick 2.0.
And I'm Jaden.
and we will see you guys later.
Love you.
Bye.
Say it back.
Say it back, please.